we have to provide protections against these teachers that are indoctrinating our children. Now, this is a very personal issue to me, and I'll tell you why. Over 10 years ago, I actually was married. Unfortunately, the marriage did not work out, but we did have a child, my ex-wife and I. And my daughter, Crystal, she is 13 years old now. And we had some very frank conversations. But last year, she came out to me and said, well, Dad, I'm bisexual. And this is when she was 12 years old. I said, well, you're too young to be really going into whether or not you're bisexual. You said you're not at a dating age. And, she dismissed me, unfortunately. I found out later on last year that the problem was much worse than just being bisexual. She came out and said, well, I'm no longer being identified as a she. I'm a they, them. My new name is Phoenix, which is, I guess, symbolic of her rising from the ashes and dismantling her gender ideology and transforming into something new. But I completely disagree with it. Now, she told me, well, my mother agrees with it. She's calling me by the new name. My aunts and uncles, my grandparents. And I said, just because, your mother's family is going along to get along and supporting this doesn't mean that I, your father, am going to stand for this. I told her, you need to go to the church. You need to realize that this is not the right path for you. I asked her, what teachers indoctrinated you with this? And she refused to tell me. And it infuriates me to this day that the public education system has, poisoned the mind of my own daughter.